Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So sorry that these readings are slightly late in being uploaded. So this is your mid-month, 16th to the 31st of October 2017 general forecast. You've got your love readings on the channel as well, one for singles and one for couples. So we're going to have a look without further ado, Gemini, what's coming in. Six of Cups just flipped out for you guys, keep account of that. We'll see if there's anything to the around the past or family matters maybe. So, Universe Spirit, show me the energies for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of October 2017. What are the energies around Gemini? Show me the energies around Gemini in the last 2 weeks of October. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the last 2 weeks of October 2017. Show me. Okay, we're going to split the deck into three as I usually do. Collect it back up. And let's see. Alright, so the energies around you are the Three of Swords. There might be some disappointment. Might be a third party situation. It's not love though, this is the thing, because we're not doing love readings. The energies of love, you can interpret this any which way you want anyway, which is what I allow for in the general readings. But Three of Swords is usually about difficult conversations that we're having with others. It's usually about, yeah, it's about difficult conversations that we have with others. It's about head over heart decisions that need to be made. And it's needing to clear certain energies up when you get the Three of Swords. Okay, so this is always a difficult energy. Your challenge is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant might be a Taurus person, that's your challenge, Gemini. It might also be an organisation. It could be something to do with something legal. Sometimes this can be a legal card because it deals with authority figures. So it might be an authority figure that is your opponent or is your challenge. And it might also be standing in what your self-belief is over a situation. The root issue for that Three of Swords is about the Queen of Swords. So some of you guys might feel that you've needed to cut someone out, or because this can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is the Queen of Swords energy. Somebody might also have been quite harsh with you. She's a harsh energy. She speaks from the heart. Even though she's coming from a place of logic, she speaks what she truly feels and she doesn't tend to hold back. But she usually tries to do it in a very fair way or a very fair manner. This could also be, yeah, when somebody's cut you out, or maybe you felt the need because it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, top tier air sign potentially. Around that Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups. So it might be that there's been a conversation, but it might be around that there's a group of people that are saying things to you, because you've got the Three of Cups and this can often represent groups. Okay, so I think that there's been some harsh energy, some harsh communication. If you guys have needed to cut somebody out, it might be around a group of people. It might be the energies are in a working matter. Hierophants often mean organisations. Okay, also it could be when you get the Hierophant, it's a difficult energy being your challenge, because sometimes when the challenge is the Hierophant, it's, well, what do you adhere to? It might be that somebody else's ideology is far different to your own, so it might be that you don't adhere to an ideology of a certain group, hence you guys needing to cut somebody out. So I feel that this might be you. The root issue might be you've needed to cut someone out. It might be friends. Three of Cups is friends, so you guys might have needed to cut out certain friendships. It might be that the challenge is you didn't adhere to their certain ideology or how they were acting or what their belief systems were with that Hierophant energy showing here. The most likely outcome will be the Two of Wands, and you're going to be pursuing your own path with this Two of Wands, probably venturing into finding other friends, other people, other pursuits with that Two of Wands energy showing there. Some of you guys, though, it might be that you're at a little bit of a crossroads and a little bit of a conundrum with that Two of Wands energy. The immediate future, you guys are going to be experiencing some good news coming in. You've got the Page of Cups. Right now, you guys are the Knight of Wands, so you are in pursuit of something new here. Okay, because this is your, in the you now position, you're showing the Knight of Wands, so this is you. And you are now in pursuit of new opportunities, new ventures, new avenues, and as a result of that, there is the need to make head and heart decisions, and possibly as well because you're in pursuit of new ventures, new paths, new roads with that Knight of Wands energy, and you're very enthusiastic to do this, Gemini, in the last 2 weeks of October. As a result of that, the focus will be on possibly severance as well, because the Three of Swords also means to sever ties with certain people, and that's because of the Queen of Swords. And I'm reading this now as being you guys, okay? You're actually standing in your power, especially mentally, and you know that it's the right thing for you to do, possibly to cut certain people out. And I think that this is certain friendships that you guys have going on with that Three of Cups, because I feel that your challenges their ideologies, the way that they do things, the way that they think about things, the way that they say things. I feel it doesn't really sit with you. It might also be that there is a certain person who's a ringleader, because I'm looking at the Hierophant and he reminds me of a ringleader, somebody who has power over other people as well. What you'll experience coming in is the Knight of Swords. So it might be some information that that's coming in. This also might be something of swift change, but this is actually you guys. Gemini is the Knight of Swords. So you'll feel the need to approach this situation with a certain amount of motivation and gusto. I'm reading this as you because the Knight of Swords is actually a Gemini card. So this is you guys definitely on the card as well. What you're showing is motivation, confidence and assertiveness, and you're going to be asserting yourselves coming in here with this Knight of Swords energy. Your hopes or fears, well, your fears will be about confusion, i.e. did I make the right choice, for example, with this Seven of Cups. And the outcome shows as the Lovers, you've got a choice to make showing up here. I think you've got a change of mind coming in on a situation, and I also feel that you guys are in a little bit of a conundrum in the last 2 weeks of October. I think that you're certain you want to cut out certain people, certain groups. I think you don't like the power that these people or a certain person exerts over you. Okay, and I think that as a result of that, you are very, very ambitious to start pursuing a new path. I do see a new friendship or a new offer or some good news coming in for you guys, and I think that you'll approach this with gusto, motivation, excitement, confidence. I think that with this Seven of Cups, Gemini, what it will be a case of is your fears will be, shit, have I made the right choice though? So you're going to kind of be second guessing yourself and kind of it's almost like you've got a change of heart on the situation. You've gone for something, you've approached it, you've decided you're cutting certain people out, certain things out, whether this is people that you work with in organisations. I think you don't trust them. I think you've got trust issues with certain people here, and I think you do feel the need to cut these people out. But the Lovers in the outcome usually means a choice that somebody's got to make, and I think that you've got a choice coming to you. Alright, and this is actually your card as well. You're showing us the Lovers as well. So you've got, again, head and heart decisions to make in the outcome with this Lovers energy. Alright? But the choice that you make here, it will lead to the Sun. It's going to lead to positive changes for you because you've got the Sun card showing there. So I feel that you've got a choice to make, but it could lead, whatever the choice is that you make with that Lovers card, because remember when the Lovers card shows up, you've got a choice to make, but the choice that you make needs to benefit you and other people around you. And I think the choice that you make is going to lead to success because you've got that Sun card there. So this is about positive choices that you're going to be making. And I think that you're going to make a choice at the end of October that's going to lead to something quite positive. Let's go through the reading again. I'm going to get what shows up with that Knight of Wands, because you guys are showing in pursuit of something here. You're the Knight of Wands. You're enthusiastic, but you're going with your passions. That's the thing. Gemini is going with its passions in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. You see, when I do tarot, I look at the directions of the card as well, and I can see the Knight of Wands is rushing out of that Devil. So I feel that you guys, you're very passionately driven, okay, and I think that you're passionately driven to pursue new roads, new areas in your life in order to, I feel, release yourself from this Devil energy, because the Devil is in here. It's not, you're not rushing towards the Devil, so you're not pursuing pleasure for pleasure's sake. What you're doing is you're releasing yourself. The Knight of Wands is also for me a card about release, because it represents change, and it represents when you've reached an epiphany stage perhaps within your life. You're saying, right, I'm going to rush forward in this particular direction because this feels good to me right now. And what feels good to you right now is to rush in a new direction away, I would say, from something that has been burdening you and something that has been really making you feel kind of imprisoned and on some form of a leash, okay? Because as a result of that, the Three of Swords. So there might be some disappointments going on around you, but also as a result of that, the focus will be, I feel, with this Three of Swords, severing ties, okay, with certain people. I'll get another card on that Three of Swords. So I feel that this is a work-based situation going on here. And I think that some of you guys, you've got head and heart decisions to make about the work that you do. I think also you might be looking to sever ties, potentially within the workplace. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, and this is the Eight of Pentacles really represents projects, possibly new jobs, but also the work that you do. So I feel that the focus for the month, for the last 2 weeks in October, Gemini, will be on severing ties. And I think that this might be with the Eight of Pentacles, possibly with a project you've been working on. Also, the Eight of Pentacles doesn't just represent work, it also represents something that has been going on and on and on, and there doesn't seem to be, the Eight of Pentacles doesn't represent necessarily, if you get the Eight of Pentacles be something like the Nine of Cups, or something like the Three of Cups, for example, or something like the Nine of Pentacles, it shows all the work that you do is going to come to something. You're going to be gaining rewards from that. But really the Eight of Pentacles for me is about where you're working and you're putting a lot of effort into a situation, because what you want to do is you want to gain those rewards, you want to gain those goals. This is all about being very goal orientated, but the Three of Swords really kind of says no, because it's a no card. So I think that there is kind of severance in terms of a goal that you've been working towards. So what I'm seeing so far here, Gemini, is you guys, I feel that you're moving on this Knight of Wands from the Devil, and I think that this is something that has been very burdensome for you, and I think as a result of that, you guys are severing ties here, possibly with something that has not been giving great rewards. You've been putting a lot of effort and a lot of work into it, but it's not really giving you the rewards that you were looking for, because the root issue for this is the Queen of Swords. And I think that you've made very much a head over heart decision. You've also, if you're making a head over heart decision, it might be about what's going to give you the greatest happiness, even with that Three of Cups energy. For some of you guys, the root issue might be, well, the Queen of Swords, you're needing to get a little bit hard ass here. You're needing to cut certain things out. And what are those things that you'd need to cut out? Well, it could be the people around you, the Three of Cups, groups of people. Sometimes this can be gossiping girls, for example. So there's certain people I'm seeing you guys needing to cut out around you. And I feel that the challenge is that you feel, it could be that you feel a slight amount of oppression, or you feel that somebody else's ideology is not your own. So somebody's belief, whatever this situation is, somebody else's belief system, the way that they speak, the way that they act, what their consciousness is saying, how they're enacting that, is not sitting very well with you. It might also be, I feel with this Hierophant, because I look at one person here who has great power and authority over others, it might be that your challenge is that you don't like authority, or you don't like people kind of telling you how you can be, what you can do, you know, how you should act. You know, you need to clock in here, clock out there. You know, I'm seeing you guys as being a free spirit, all right, in this reading. And I think as a result of that, you guys are really going to be pursuing new roads with this Two of Wands. I'm seeing that you're ambitious enough to pursue new roads with the Two of Wands, a new direction. There is some good news coming in for you guys. You've got the Page of Cups. It's an offer card as well. And I think that you'll pursue this with gusto. With this Knight of Swords, you're the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a Gemini card. Your fears will be, though, you'll be second guessing yourself and saying, did I make the right decision? But the outcome is, well, with the Lovers card, the decision you make, the Lovers, will lead to a successful new beginning with the Sun energy. Brilliant, brilliant reading, really good. Don't let anything hold you back. If you are in a place right now, Gemini, and the people around you aren't sitting well with you, and you don't really agree with their ideologies, or if you're feeling oppressed by a certain system, which the Hierophant can definitely show as well, it's not all about good guidance, it's also about where people have more authority and power over ourselves. And if this doesn't sit well with you and you want to pursue a new road, go with it. Try not to second guess yourself, because usually your intuition is quite right. Let's have a look at what the advice is from the angels on this reading. Okay. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Gemini on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Gemini on this reading? Show me. But it's telling you it's not the right time. That's interesting, and I don't know why it's saying that. Why is it not the right time, Universe? Because I feel it is the right time. because there'll be big happy changes. Okay, so the universe is saying it's not the right time for big happy changes at the moment, which is really weird. Or it could be saying it's not the right time, but there will be big happy changes for you. So it might be in the outcome. What the reading's trying to tell us is that you've got to make a choice, and that choice is based on your happiness with the sun energy. All right, because you're second guessing yourself. Seven of Cups is your fears. This is about confusion. Did I make the right choice? And as a result of that, you have to make a choice with the Lover's energy. Whatever it is that you're pursuing here as this Knight of Swords is going to give you the greatest happiness. So it's down to you to figure this one out, I guess, Gemini, in the reading, okay? I definitely feel for some of you guys, you're not really happy where you are or who you're around or who you're with. Whether that's work, love, whatever the situation is. And I feel that you're really desperate to move on from that and to get out of it. Okay, I don't think it's really satisfying you at the moment. I think that you're very passionate about this thing. But I feel that, you know, sometimes for some people, where you are is where you are. And sometimes, you know, and also if you're showing us the Knight of Wands, it's a good card to get when you're passionate and enthusiastic, but just make sure that you've looked into all of the details. The same as this Knight of Swords. He can be another one that rushes forward without thinking. So make sure, and that might be why you've got this outcome saying the most likely, the overall outcome is you're going to need to make a choice on what's going to bring you the most happiness, or you feel the need to make a choice on what's bringing the most happiness. But just because you feel that something's going to bring you happiness, it might be that you go and do something, but in the long run it was probably the wrong mistake to make, the wrong thing to do. So I guess really what the reading is saying is to really think things through before you actually go and do it. Okay, I'm all for you guys doing new things if you're not happy where you are, but just make sure that you've thought through exactly what it is that you need to do going forward, okay, just so you can avoid making any mistakes. Alright, that's your reading, Gemini. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and you've got your love readings, singles and couples. Thanks for your time. Take care.